What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Shuggy from Sugar Earth Media, and today we're talking about the Alec Baldwin situation. And it's a very serious issue, and thoughts go out to everybody involved, especially the family of the cinematographer who lost her life and her husband and child, and it's horrible, and I don't even want to think about it. And it's an awful situation. But I just wanted to come on and discuss safety, and we've been talking a lot about set safety and stuff related to the IATSE strike, so it felt right to talk about gun safety today, and why it's everyone's responsibility to maintain gun safety on set and offset in every situation that there's guns involved. Now, for those who don't know, a prop gun, it's not a toy, it's not fake, there's nothing fake about it. It's a real gun. The only thing that makes it a prop gun is what you put in it. And on the screen here, we have from an NBC News article, this is a diagram here of the difference between a live cartridge and a blank. As you can see, it has gunpowder in it. Just the same amount of gunpowder as is in a live cartridge. The only difference is that the projectile on top of the bullet is taken out. Now, this does not make the blank safe. And that's the point I want to drive home today, is that just because there's all this discussion about was it a blank that was loaded, was it a live cartridge, there should be absolutely no difference when it comes to how you treat the gun and how it should be fired. Even in the situation where the blank is loaded 100% correctly and it was made 100% correctly, blanks can still kill. If you don't believe me, this is the Screen Actors Guild safety bulletins from November 2009, okay? They say right here, recommendations for safety with firearms and use of blank ammunition. You see that they are putting it in quotes because they don't want to give any false impression that these are completely safe, okay? It's not a toy. It's not a joke. It's not to be messed around with, okay? Blanks can kill. It says it right there, literally in black and white. Treat all firearms as though they are loaded at all times. Never, ever point the gun, the prop gun, the fake gun, never point it in the direction of anyone, ever. Never, never, never. If you are shooting a scene in which you are shooting another person, the gun needs to be angled such that it is not pointed directly at that person. There are all kinds of camera tricks you can use to make it look like it's pointed at that person, but it is not, okay? It is pointed at an angle. Every movie that has ever used prop guns has done this, okay? And this is why I say it is absolutely Alec Baldwin's responsibility to ensure that nobody is in front of that muzzle. He is the one holding the gun. He is the one pointing and shooting. Okay, maybe he wasn't properly cleared, and maybe he wasn't properly trained in the guns. That's also the responsibility of the producer and the prop manager and all these people. But if he didn't do the proper safety precautions and they didn't tell him what to do properly, that does not absolve him of responsibility whatsoever. There's a saying in the industry, in every industry that involves dangerous things: safety is everyone's responsibility. Nobody gets a free ride, okay? If something bad happens as a result of your actions, it is absolutely your responsibility. It's right here in black and white. Treat all firearms as though they are loaded, okay? It is not a fake airsoft gun. These are real weapons, okay? Even if the blank was properly made and loaded, there could be a projectile in the barrel. Some piece of debris, a rock, anything could have fallen in the barrel, and it could be shot out. It will be shot out by that blank ammunition, okay? And it could strike a person, and it could kill them as a result. Just because there's a blank in the gun does not mean that it is safe, okay? So that's the point I wanted to drive home today. I know a lot of people haven't shot guns before, they haven't dealt with blanks or anything like that, and there's a lot of misconceptions going around about whose responsibility this is. If the blanks weren't loaded correctly, absolutely the prop manager and whoever is responsible for that has to take liability as well, but it does not at all absolve Alec Baldwin of responsibility. If the director told him to point the gun at the cinematographer in their direction and shoot, it is still Alec Baldwin's responsibility, in addition to the director's responsibility. The only caveat to this that I can think of is if a projectile was lodged in the barrel, as I mentioned, and he fires the round, and it wasn't pointed at the cinematographer, but it shoots off at an angle, and it hits her anyway. That is the only way that I can see that he doesn't get any kind of responsibility here, okay? And that's what I wanted to drive home today. Safety is everyone's responsibility, and I just want to point out this article here. Lethal prop gun fired by Alec Baldwin had misfired before. Members of the crew were walking off the set. They were walking off the set due to safety concerns, long hours, a lot of the stuff related to the IATSE strike situation that is going on currently, but also because of this mistreatment of prop guns, okay? Guns are not toys. They're meant to be taken seriously. If you're ever at a gun range and you point a gun in somebody's direction, you're going to get screamed at, and rightfully so, okay? If you do it in my house, you're never coming to my house again. You're never touching any firearms in my presence, okay? It is unacceptable behavior, and even if the gun's not loaded or anything like that, you always treat it like it is. You never know, okay? And you're not going to be able to double check at every point. So safety, everyone's responsibility. These prop guns are just regular guns, okay, with blanks. Blanks does not make it safe. And I will be sure to link this safety bulletin in the description down below so you guys can read it for yourself. There's more information here about how to properly handle these situations. But, and here's the thing, like, if the cinematographer is by the camera, first of all, that's unlikely because the cinematographer usually has a camera operator working for them, but this is an indie film, so maybe not. There are remote control cameras. There's a thing called Video Village where you go and it's cast to a screen over there. There does not need to be anybody by the camera. If they want to have it shot directly into the lens, you can do that without anybody in the way. So there is no excuse for this. And safety is everybody's responsibility yet again. And I would expect to see some charges here for a variety of people, and the courts will look through the evidence and they will decide who is responsible ultimately. But I just want to come on here and impress to you guys that safety, especially with guns, everyone's responsibility, and especially the person holding the firearm. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, guys. We'll be back again tomorrow with a new video with the hopefully less serious subject. And again, thoughts go out to the families of everyone affected. And even Alec Baldwin, because killing somebody accidentally, it's very traumatizing. And I'm not saying that, you know, he's a terrible person or anything, but he absolutely should have known better. And hopefully that this, if anything, we can use this as a learning experience, and accidents like this can be avoided in the future. In all honesty, in my opinion, most of the time guns we can just use CGI to get the muzzle flash and all that. But I wouldn't go so far to say that they should be banned. But anytime that there are prop guns used, you got to do it with the proper due diligence. So that's all I'm going to say today. And I hope to see you guys back again tomorrow with another video. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.